Okay, again, guys, me again, Sky Goddess Infinity, talking about the implications, ramifications of a high demand, short supply food chain. Okay, so I did say we're gonna see um certain negative effects of this incoming frequency that's right at our doorsteps. Okay, we're going to see the effects, ramifications the first week of November, rippling into 2022, which I tell y'all, communications is going to pretty much be changed. People are going to change their routine, how they do things, what it is they do, okay? And because people are going to be moving more stealthily, more, secretively, more, secretly, I should say, more, planned, and just really more skeptical. So people are going to be in that skeptic frequency, okay? All right. And we already see them energies seeping in, from, this year. And, if you were observant, you would have seen glimpses, of the energy seeping in 2020. Okay. And because even I myself, you notice I've changed certain, aspects of my business. I don't just answer direct calls. I don't take direct calls. You got to send me a text. Let me know who you are, your name, what's your business, before you can, call me. So once you do that, you can pretty much, once you text me, you can pretty much call me 15 minutes after, or, half hour afterwards. And if I don't answer your call, it's because my intuition says, which is from spirit, not to take your call. And that's me screening my calls, So I'm only taking calls, business calls. Okay? Period dot. So and it's got to be legit, because I'm scanning with my scanner, my third eye. I don't got time for bullshit. And I said, pretty much, there's not going to be a phone contact thing. It's just going to be email. Okay? I'm going to drop my email below. I'm going to start putting my email below. So, y'all send me emails. Okay? Or you can WhatsApp message me. Tell me the business. If it is that you sent me, a WhatsApp, you didn't get through to me, send me a direct message. Okay? If you send me a direct message, I know it sounds very hectic. It's not. It's timing. So you send me, because I don't always got internet. And that's why I said, if you send me a WhatsApp and you feel like for an hour, because I'm not going to not check my WhatsApp for over an hour. Okay? Say you send me a WhatsApp message. Okay? An hour passes. You have not received a response. Okay? Send me a direct message. When I get that direct message with your info now, then you give me a shout out. Okay? You give me a call. If it is that you send me a message, you call me, you didn't get a response, you didn't get an answer, I will return the call if I'm supposed to. Now, as long as you're not up to no good, what I'm saying shouldn't be a problem to you. Because pretty much you're gonna have experiences that's gonna propel you and push you forward in this similar space frequency that I'm in, of being a skeptic, where communications is concerned. And pretty much Aquarius is the sign of the future, the frequency of the future. So pretty much that's to just say I'm way ahead of my time. So a lot of you will soon catch on to what's the dealio here. Alright? But it's not complicated. I'm just not taking direct calls. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. So let's discuss some of the shit that's gonna take place. Okay? With this shiftiness in the supply demand food chain. Okay? So people are gonna be stealing like crazy, man. Scamming is gonna be at an all-time high. You know, people stealing from stores, supermarkets, and a lot of people being sent to prison. Okay, people stealing from their workplaces. Okay, because of fear of lack, and they're stuck on a particular way of living. And some people, they don't know how to downsize. That's the honest truth. It's their frequencies. It's really hard. It's like going through a spiritual and mental, somewhat seemingly physical death before they can become, new creatures in which they understand that things aren't the same anymore. It's time to live like a minimalist. And a lot of people are going to eventually fall into that frequency. Like I said, it's going to be a time, of greater lack, worse than the Great Depression. And so a lot of homelessness, I did say that, a lot of people being displaced, both voluntarily and involuntarily. Because a lot of people are going to walk away from their jobs, their livelihood, and are going to be on the road, because a lot of people now, they don't own the homes they live in. They're paying rent. And so a lot of people are going to be pretty much homeless. It's the truth. That's what's coming in. Okay? So a lot of people are going to be in the open to the elements and stuff like that. It's just going to be so surreal. It's just going to be so uncanny, because I'm telling you now, you're going to see it. Just the same way as I'm saying it is the way you're going to see it manifest. So living conditions are going to be changed, altered drastically. The prisons are going to become overloaded, way full, very full, because so many people getting caught, for theft, stealing clothes, stealing food, because some people, they don't know how to live in that lack frequency and not become, overthrown by it. A lot of people are going to need help and assistance. Some people are going to transition. It's that bad. And when I say transition, that's a nice word for dad. Because their needs aren't going to be met, as well as because a lot of them are addicted to a particular way of life, how they were living, to tradition. So some people are going to be taking their lives. Some people are going to turn to prostitution. That's the truth. People killing people, taking their shit. People killing people for their homes. Hell is this? People on the run and shit from the law. I'm telling you, things about to get crazy up in this bitch. I'm telling you, I said this many a times. Next year is going to be like a very silent year. Very silent. Things are going to get awfully motherfucking silent up in this bitch. I'm telling you. Awfully silent. Because a lot of people are going to be doing a lot of sketchy shit, and they're going to be silent about that. Because of the shame that they're now doing things that they spoke out against. They're going to be really quiet. Then you know that a lot of shit is when the place is quiet, when the place is really silent, and it's not the government telling people to shut the hell up, then you know shit's really serious. You know shit's really happening when people get really silent. You know something is brewing underneath all of that silence. People using their monies to buy people, to manipulate people. So you got to be really careful. A lot of people are not going to want to leave their homes because of fear that people are going to be robbing their homes. That's that bad. A lot of scamming. Scamming is going to be, like I said, at an all-time high. You know, yeah, man. People calling people's phones, hacking into their bank account whilst they're having some waste gal conversation with you. You gotta be careful, yeah. Whilst they're hacking into your phone, tapping into your bank accounts, and leaking out your funds. And that's why I don't got a bank account app onto my phone, but I don't want anybody hacking my phone, and so I'm not taking any calls, and I'm serious just like that. And pretty soon, I'm not going to be using a cell number. And so a lot of these telecommunications companies, they're going to go under, lack of funds, lack of, support, lack of, patronage. Because people aren't going to be investing in phone credits that much. They're not going to be investing in SIM cards that much. I'm speaking like in like regions like Jamaica and so on and so forth. They're just not gonna. Whatever wavelength y'all see me on, that's what's coming in. Yeah, the wavelength that you see me on, that's what's coming in, okay? Because I'm the sign of the future. I'm the future. Aquarius trine. You feel me? There's going to be a great need for spirituality. Okay? Some people are going to give into that frequency of becoming stoic and connecting to the higher source. That is going to happen. People are going to be thinking greatly, immensely on what it is they really believe in. And a lot of people are going to change their faiths. Their faiths. 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 I told people that, this is not the age for Christianity and shit like that. It's not. It's just not. People's lives are going to be changed and altered, yeah? And you're going to see, this change in spiritual spirituality, what people believe, people really changing their lives, people's lives really being changed. You're going to see this manifest. This is going to come in, when is that again? Okay. By April. That's Aries season next year. Hey, tone it down.
They look at me.
For real?
I'm shocked. We're playing shuttlecock.
As well as a great amount of people dying. There's gonna be mass suicide next year. There's gonna be mass suicide next year. mass suicide next year, man.
It's a war. There's a war. Fire and kill.
People killing themselves in various ways, but specifically by hanging. A mass suicide. Hey boys, I said to tone it down. Mass suicide. My God. And this energy is gonna seep in. As a matter of fact, hello, Joshua Riley, Asher Riley, get off the table and tone it down.
Okay, Mommy.
So,
No, I pressed square and got
I said something and I expect you to listen. So, the energies, as a matter of fact, are gonna seep in, to be honest, with this mass suicide and so on and so forth. November of this year, and it's gonna ripple over into next year. But next year there's gonna be mass suicide. I want to say when, but I don't want to say when. I don't. Maybe I'll tell you guys at a later date. I don't want to say when. I don't think I want to say when. But you know, it's like I said, trickling in this November, as well as, you know, April. A lot of people are gonna think, oh motherfucker, it's the end of the world. That's how shit's happening. This is like a very magical, very uncanny 12-year cycle. I'm telling you. But a lot of people are going to change your lives. Many people's lives are going to be changed. So you got to choose what frequency you're on. Are you in control, or are you being controlled? Are you doing the changing, or are you allowing the changes to happen to you? And pretty much that's going to be, you know, the frequency, especially coming in from this November, rolling into next year. This November is a turning point, Scorpio season. Yeah, the 11th month, rolling into next year, 2022. It's the turning point. So high prostitution, high theft, prisons being overburdened, overfull. if there's such a thing, yo, yeah, there is such a motherfucking thing. Great Depression. What do you call it? Why do you think they call it depression? Because it's a point in time where majority of the population is depressed, man, and suicidal. People poisoning themselves, people hanging themselves, people shooting themselves because they don't know how to be minimalist. Now, those who change their lives and don't allow themselves to be changed and are the change makers, okay, by riding the waves that are coming in. They're waves, man. Frequencies, energies, currents, waves, flow, riding the waves. Those people, you know, who are the change makers, those of us who are, you know, we're change. We got an Aquarius frequency in us where we know how to base and abound. We know how to live in any frequency at a time. Okay, past, present, future. We are gonna accept being minimalist. You see, I talk a lot about me being homeless, and I have no shame in that. But that's the energies that are coming in. Mass homelessness. A lot of people losing their homes. Mortgaged homes, rent homes, family homes to fire, destruction, volcanic eruptions, flood, all kinds of natural disasters, earthquakes, buildings collapsing, all kinds of shit. Not being able to pay their bills. People killing people for their homes. People threatening people to leave their homes. Extortion. So all these frequencies you hear me talking about, it can displace people, a lot of people. You see the homeless people on the street, and like I said, listen to my April-May videos. A lot of these people who are considered underdogs, it's going to be a swap. Like I said, a plot twist, a flip in the script, or a flip off the script. So a lot of people, they're going to then understand how it feels to be the underdog. Because I did make mention, I think I spoke about it in a video that I uploaded last night in regards to homelessness and, these so-called psychiatrists and psychologists, they talk about, a lot of people, they put in mental institutions. They're not mentally ill. They fucked up their psyche with fucked up medication, okay? Whilst the real deranged people are out there beheading motherfuckers. And then it led me to really think to myself, because they try to do the same shit to me, because they wanted to steal my stance, my astrological information, my intuitive decks that I made, that I motherfucking burnt, okay? And then it really opened my eyes. A lot of these motherfuckers in mental institutions, why did the same thing happen to them, but they just weren't open and, knowledgeable or wise to the plots that were plotted and schemed against them. That's what came to my mind. And it is true. And I actually asked for something. And it's not crazy to ask for. I wish, the real crazy people out there will start attacking motherfuckers, especially these psychiatrists, these so-called psychologists, who pass these mentally deranged people on the streets, even the police officers. And sure enough, 2 of them got attacked shortly after I said that. The system is fucked up. You're institutionalizing people who are not mentally deranged. And the real mentally deranged people are out there waging havoc on society, tormenting people. And it's gonna happen on a greater scale. You just watch. You just watch. More police officers, more psychologists, more psychiatrists, they're going to get attacked by these mentally deranged people. They're going to be in their cars at stoplights. And if motherfucker is just going to come up to their vehicle, smash that glass, and do something really horrible to them. And that's because they've done a lot of horrible things to a lot of innocent people. People are not mentally deranged, who they institutionalize. They try to do that shit to me many times, and they're gonna pay, because I be telling people I'm your judgment. You got away doing that shit to a lot of people? Nah, you're not gonna get away doing that shit to me. You're gonna die for trying to do that shit to me. That's what's gonna happen this time, okay? I tell you that. And sure enough, as I spoke it started manifesting. Beautiful. And people are going to understand that not because someone is homeless, they're mentally deranged. You can tell when somebody is mentally deranged. They go walking, threatening people, wielding weapons, throwing stones at people. That motherfucker is mentally deranged. You don't need to conduct an evaluation. Not because you see me on the street, my clothes may be dirty, I may have no food to eat, that don't mean I'm mentally deranged. Do you see me walking around threatening to hurt people, to kill people? You see me walking around with weapons, stones, knives, sticks. threatening to beat people, threatening to hurt people. I don't. Not even when I don't get my way. And so a lot of, people are going to feel how it feels to be homeless, okay, and realize and learn. These are new lessons coming in for people. And learn that being homeless, I'm glad I've been through mine, okay? Being homeless, still going through it, but it won't be forever, because like I said, plot twist, scripts flip, okay. And you can't swap destinies with people. Remember, I'm the sign of the future. I know what a lot of you are thinking. You just don't want to motherfucking learn what you're supposed to learn. But you just want to go about and put down people and criticize people and discriminate against people. And you don't want to learn how it fucking feels to be discriminated upon. Well, you are gonna learn. It's either that or death. And some people are gonna choose death. You can't swap destinies. The universe will ensure that those of us who are supposed to get the good life will get it. And those of you who are supposed to learn harsh life lessons like we have, you will. And the only way to escape that is death. And a lot of people are going to take that route. So be it. So be it. But you can't take my place or my kid's place. You can't take anybody else's place. Don't you see? If you could manipulate things or, situations, you'd stop COVID-19, couldn't you? Wouldn't you? You can't stop Jack. A lot of you tried to live in people's destinies. How long did that last? Not long enough. And that's fated for that to not last long enough. 27. There's justice. Okay? Justice on the collective. That's what that numerology says. 27. It's time for justice. Yeah. And a lot of displacement too. That synchronicity means a lot. It has a lot of meanings, okay? So yeah, I'll tell you that. I could tell you so many meanings of 27, and it's all of what I just talked about. Yeah. And so that's why I never fight for anything, because sometimes people, they push you out of certain frequencies thinking that they're doing you harm. But at the end of the day, they're just setting us up for a greater fortune. Oh, it was a good thing I didn't get the good life before, because it would have been taken away from me by this time, or next time, or next year I should say. And I'm so happy that you delayed my chance of a good life, at a good life. Because now I can have it way longer. Beautiful. And Spirit allowed that for my own good. Now, you trying to delay it much longer for me and other people, for the selfish people out there, it's not going to work, because that's not for greater good. No. Whatever the enemy's meant for evil, God allows for good. God allowed for good. The divine, the great spirit, the universe. So, yeah, whilst it would have been very short-lived, it's going to last forever, man. That's what y'all did. I'm talking about the toxic people out there. That's what they did. It was going to last a very short time. We're going to be with that person for just a few years or just a few months. We were going to be in that location for just a few more months, just a few more years. But because you interceded, man, it's going to be yours for a lifetime. We're going to live there for the rest of our lives. We're going to be with that person for the rest of our lives. We're going to live the life of ease and luxury. Way more and way longer. Because now that person, they realize what they did. Now they're going to realize that, hey, they fucked the hell up. They're going to realize. And the blessings coming in are going to be greater. The respect coming in gonna be greater, because then they're gonna realize, like for these karmics, let me just say, oh, she a hoe, for real though. Yeah. You were just hating on that person. You're not for real. You a hoe. You didn't let that person heal. You interceded and you broke the connection, and you showed your true colors, and you robbed yourself of a beautiful destiny, because you don't have a good, you know, a good fate anyways. You don't got a good heart. You don't got clean hands or a pure heart. You don't. And because you interfered, you blessed us. And what you tried to take from us, though it was going to be for a short time, it turns out to be ours for the rest of our lives. You get what I'm trying to say, people? And that's why you never compete. And you wait your turn. Wait your turn on the Wheel of Fortune. Alright? Precision. 31. Look at that. Like, I was 31 just, you know, some days ago. And, you know, I was 31 last year. Like, not all of last year, but I'm just doing it, you know, year by year. Yeah, I was 31 last year. 32 this year. 31. Scroll all the way down to my Fanny Crucijoso Instagram and see what I had to say about 31. Black cat, good luck. See what I had to say about that frequency. Okay? It was a very hard time in my life, as previous years gone by were harsh too. But that was just a very hard time. And me seeing 31, that synchronicity, it just really reminds me of how much I've been through and what I've just recently talked about the karmics. It's a change. That's 31. We started off year 4, 2020 in this cycle. Asher and Joswa. Ash, you are too loud, sweetheart. You are way too loud. You gotta turn your volume down, please. So I'm sorry about that, guys. So 31, okay? It's just really a change. It's pretty much what I said. Either you're gonna be the change maker, or you're gonna allow the changes to make you. Okay? So are you gonna be changed by the frequencies, or are you gonna change yourself according to the frequencies? You feel what I'm trying to say? And that's 31. And I feel like I dealt with that cycle well. You need to go inside and take a shower right now. Okay? Not you guys, my my listeners. Just talking to these boys. They haven't even had a showers yet. How is this? And it's evening. So, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Not to mention death that's coming in. A lot of people losing their children to sickness and stuff like that. Due to divorces as well. Sickness and death and all of that shit. But a lot of energies. I could go on and on, because there's so much more that, you know, them frequencies coming in mean, you know? So I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. For real, I'm gonna leave it right there. But 31 is a death. It's a form of death. It's undergoing a deep transformation, a change. It's a change to your image. It's a change to yourself. It's a change to how you're seen. Okay? It's a change. It's a change to what you believe, okay? It's just a change, okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. It's a time of test and trial, and I feel like I've been there, but that's where a lot of you are going right now. A lot of people are going to have their 31. Whether you're 31 years old, yes or no, a lot of people are gonna have their 31. Okay? And some people are actually 31 years old. But that number is not an easy year. It's not an easy number to have. 31 years old. It's a time of great trial. Oh yeah, praise the Lord. Yeah, you need to go and take a shower. I've been like telling them, I told y'all that these boys, they don't listen to me anymore because these people, they manipulated the justice system, told these people, the police, the courthouse, that I'm mentally deranged. And I've never attacked anybody in my entire fucking life. The men I've been with who abused me, I've never ever retaliated and attacked them. So, I mean, if I never attacked them, ninja, are you serious? And that's why I really asked for what I asked for, so that people will see the true fucking mentally deranged people. You feel what I'm trying to say? These abusive men, they're mentally fucking deranged. Because sometimes they don't ever have a reason to attack you. Because a lot of them, they attack very docile, very, passive women who they know aren't gonna attack them or knife them. Majority of them, I'm talking. And they're just weak men. They're just weak. Because a lot of them, they're never gonna attack a man. I'm telling you that. And a lot of people, they're gonna, go to prison for lying to the justice system, for, causing public mischief. And them too, because, yeah. But some people, rather than going to prison, taking a sentence, going to prison, being humiliated for being liars and cheats and blah, 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 they're going to kill themselves. And it's quite as simple as that. For real, for real. I didn't expect for this video to be this long, but I'm very long-winded. And so I could talk for hours, unbeknownst to me, and it doesn't feel like anything. That's a felony, going to a police station or a courthouse in line, making a false accusation when you know that's not fucking true. That's a felony. Yeah. But that was a part of my trial going through year 31. It's not I can tell people based on my life experiences and the numerical significance of each year in regards to numerology, okay? I can actually tell people, okay, at age so and so, okay, that's what you're gonna experience. But for those turning age 31, I'm telling you, you're in for a rough ride. That's a year where you may experience homelessness. I'm telling you, homelessness, displacement, severe lack, severe discrimination, severe criticisms. That's that motherfucking year. And stop trying to pass your karmas on to people. It's not gonna work. It's that type of year where in which people try to pass on their karma onto you. Yeah. And so it's a very sensitive period, and that's why it's so harsh, because it's like you're exposed. People, they don't receive you well. They don't take you well. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Namaste.